Friday Night Retro for Friday, January 25th. Correction, 24th, 2025. Just going to get some stuff together. Right before the launch of the live stream, I was watching a video on how some third-party developers are bringing the AOL Oscar protocol back to do some open source AOL Instant Messenger, and I thought that was pretty neat, and was looking to download the software, and unfortunately it crashed the computer that I had the YouTube Studio running on. So, running a little bit behind. I don't know if I gotta jump into the studio. Okay. Nope. Good. I can see the chat, so I'm just gonna slide some stuff over here. So, you know, the usual late stragglers who, wherever they are, they might jump in later. Gonna do some camera adjustments here. Of course, had to go out onto the kitchen table because there's really no room to have computers and work on computers in the office. So we're going to do the motherboard replacement out here. In addition to Studio, I will open up the PDF with the Apple Service Source in it. Going to take a moment to open up the motherboard replacement and the CPU card. Made myself a coffee. You might want to take a moment, get yourself a snack or a coffee as we get the preparations. We'll do as much as we can by 10 o'clock, and if we actually have got the replacement motherboard in the system by 10, then we'll hook it up and do a reinstall, what have you. People are interesting. The seller I got the motherboard from, rather than ship it priority mail, just wrapped the priority mail box, which you're not supposed to do. In some black plastic wrap with some eBay tape. I'm like, all right, fine. But anyway. Maybe they recycled this box or something. No, they didn't recycle the box. Fine. Okay. Huh. Oh, they really wrapped it tight. And what do we got? We have, they included this is actually worth some bucks, the 15 pin to 15 VGA. Of course, not knowing who made this, it's going to be hard to figure out what the dip switch settings mean. We've got speaker assembly, a cord, processor card, and the motherboard with some RAM in it, along with so I'm not sure what kind of processor card it has. I'm reading the back of it, and I think it's a 604 versus a 601 that was supposed to come with. Looking at the ad on eBay that got this from, this is either a 7500 or a 7600 board. Alright. Of course, no idea. You can tell some people are not professional packagers, and I can say that because I'm not a professional packager either. I don't ever claim to be, and it's one of the reasons, like, when very few times I ever unload anything off of eBay, I'm bringing it to UPS store. Here's the replacement motherboard. Here's the CPU card that came with it. So that's just to see what we've got. We'll have to get some, not sure what kind of tools we're going to need. Coffee's wonderful. Okay, let's find a screwdriver. Hopefully, I've got a multi-tool that came with some furniture. And we'll open up the PDF, and we'll go 3/4 of the way to the bottom. We're not looking at the power supply, we are looking to remove the, well, it won't matter, but anyway. So we'll move the processor card out of the way. We'll move the replacement motherboard out of the way, and thankfully it looks like the battery has not leaked all over this thing, which is usually a problem for these boards. Yeah, everything. Yeah, I was gonna say, of this style of case, yeah, so much has been beaten up in it. Right. So we'll take that out. Right, Studio Cat, too bad. Don't have to take the AV module out. Yeah, don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Not going to disconnect any of the DIMMs, that sort of thing. Right, okay. Okay, we're going to internal SCSI connector. Oh boy. Oh, okay. That explains what that. They included this gray cable in the other motherboard. Okay. We've got power. We've got. Gonna remove this thing. I think this is probably for the floppy drive. Other power connector. Oh, there we go. And of course, we're gonna remove the little Macintosh battery. Front. Gonna disconnect the speaker. Disconnect the LED. Try to disconnect the LED. Okay. As far as I can tell, there are no screws holding this. Yeah, you stand corrected. Oh no. Okay. Remove the screw inside the top column support that secures the logic board to the chassis. Talking about an EMI clip here. Okay. Press down on the two front tabs at the front of the logic board and slide the logic board away from the rear panel. Ooh. Well, there it goes. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Now there's an EMI clip that it's telling me I need to be paying attention to. Remove the EMI clip when you take the logic board out of the chassis. Okay. Lift the top edge of the EMI clip. Looking for it, don't see it. Oh, okay, yep, I see it. I think I see it. Maybe. Okay. Lift the top. I want to do that. Press down, lift the logic board from the chassis to. And here we go. Here's the old logic board. Now probably should do something to clean out this case a little bit, but I'm not going to. Really not set up for it right now. And it's just going to look over the motherboard, looking for this EMI clip that they're telling me that's supposed to be on here, but I really don't see it anyplace. Yeah. No, I don't. Oh, I lied. I lied. I'll show it to you as soon as I get it off of here. This thing right here won't come off. Might need the flathead. Actually, I'm just going to look at the other motherboard. There does not appear to be an EMI clip on the new one, so definitely going to have to take this one off. Alright, so, whoops, save this thing. Now we can take the other motherboard and reverse the process, hopefully. Although, but before we do that, going to just gonna adjust the orientation of the camera a little bit. Yes, I'm always crushing nuts with my power. All right. So don't have my voltmeter, so can't test to see if this actually still has any power in it, but that's okay. We're gonna put the Happy Mac back in. And I can never maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe it really needs to go battery side up. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I've been doing it wrong and been installing it incorrectly on these things, that the it's supposed to go like that. Maybe that's the problem. Okay. Not I mean, it is a big deal, but anyway. Going to disconnect the power LED. Try to disconnect the power LED. Holy cow, might be super glued in there. Wow. Let me try. Sure, snap the connector right off of the system board, close to it, right? So it did break a little bit of plastic off of that. Story of my life, but that's okay. So, alright. Can I put this thing back on here? Yes, I can, maybe. Yeah. You know, I think maybe what we'll also do is try to install the PC compatibility card if this works. Because if we get it if we get it all back together into the other room and nothing is working, that's gonna be tragic. That's going to be tragic. All right, we'll just leave it in there like that. Okay, we're going to pop that stuff in there. Okay. Try not to break anything else. Not sure exactly how much RAM we've got in here. It looks like I've got two 64 meg modules, and then whatever these ones are. Supposedly, if we load this thing up, we'll get 5. If we could load this up with 512, but we'll see. Let's try here. Oh, guess what I forgot? We'll want to put this EMI clip back on. Maybe. Hopefully, if I can. Alright. EMI clip is back on. So it looks like this actually has two SCSI ports, or SCSI connectors on here. Okay. Alright. Of course, I mean, the ports are for the most part lined up, but not fully. And got a bad feeling. Got a bad feeling. I believe the EMI clip is kind of like a ground, electromagnetic interference, yeah, or grounding. And this screw is not working right. All right, take it off. Take it off. I'm going to screw this back in all the way without the standoff. Just to see if I can get it to go all the way in for the time being. Alright, that works. Alright, let's take it out and we'll gonna have to find a whole bunch of replacements to fix broken plastics. I guess this just goes to show you that 40-year-old ABS. right. Got the standoff in now. Just gonna take a sip of coffee. Any questions before I go along? Mm. Coffee is good. All right. So we've got secondary power. We've got the floppy connector. Huh. There are two speaker connectors on this motherboard. So I'm very curious. Let me go back here. Look at the that's one speaker. Huh. I wonder why would they put two speaker connectors on the motherboard and then only install one. Floppy drive cable, floppy drive, hard drive, blank bezel. That is very peculiar that they would have this in here. And I'm looking at the take apart guide to see, like, was there another speaker in here? And does not appear to be. That's very odd. Unless this came out of a tower machine, which I suppose it could have come out of a tower, and this speaker assembly came out of a tower. I guess we'll never know, will we? Never know. Okay, so then we've got just looking at the take apart or the blow up picture, the diagram. Floppy drive cable, floppy drive. That's not the floppy drive, it's something else. I have no idea what that's to. Go back to the portion to take out the logic board. Oh. Power supply, floppy. This is CD audio, but this is gonna change when we get ready to put the speaker in there. I'm gonna have to find the. If you don't mind looking for something while I go and get another piece that would need to transfer, not from the 7200 chassis, but from the 7600 chassis that motherboard does not work in. Well, go find the motherboard diagram. I can. Internal. Okay. So they put the external 25 pin SCSI and the 50. They gave them both. So essentially, it's an external 50 pin connector that's on the inside. Okay. Very good. I'm going to go get the AV module that we need. Okie dokie. I had to go find a Torx driver in order to get the AV module out. And don't know if I need to move something else over here. Yeah, might have. So this is the AV module that lets you do video in and out. So you can do video editing on the higher end Power Macintoshes. And there's one more piece of plastic I need to take out of the other chassis. All right. So you got your left and right, or maybe it's right and left channel audio, and your video. Is it video in? Yeah. Video in. And that's S video, but strangely enough, this isn't S video right here. So one of the things that they also gave it is there was this piece of plastic that you would install, if I can get it to install correctly. Can I? Let's see, will that go in correctly? Yes, it does. All right. And two Torx screws, either T4 or T5, that get installed. I'm gonna tighten them both up all the way. I want to get all the screws in, and discovered when doing any sort of operations like this, that's what you want to do. So I think we've got it. And then plug that in right there. Okay. So I think we've got everything connected. We've got some RAM in there. We've got our video RAM. I'll put that back in. Although, you know what? One of the things I'm going to do, now that I'm thinking about it, is I've got, of course, I have no idea if these are even the same. Video RAM modules. We will put these in here. They look similar. I have no idea. See what happens. And now, hopefully, we will have the full 4 megabytes. Maybe Starfleet Academy will play much better now. The full 4 megabytes that we need. Okay. And then the other thing we're going to do is got some other memory modules in the other room that I'm going to grab because they look more identical to these. So we'll take these other ones out and see if maybe we can maximize the amount of RAM in here. Well, I'm hoping this is definitely not best practice, and other IT people are sure I'm cringing as I'm walking in socks along carpet with RAM sticks in hand. But so here we go, and when we finally get this back into the other room, it'll either start up or it won't. So, who knows? Maybe this is... Actually, one of the things that would be very excited is if we can install some Mac OS server on here. I think that would be very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. All right. So let me know. Should we put the PC compatibility card in right now? Gonna need the manual for the 7-inch card if I can find it. Okay, waiting for the PDF to be created so I can download it. I will, but I need the instructions. While I'm waiting for the PDF, I'll go get the card and the parts. So once upon a time, I had a Power Macintosh 4400 and an Apple Vision display. And I was also lucky enough to score a 12-inch version of this card, which had an Intel 166 megahertz Pentium MMX on it, which was, I thought, really cool. But I didn't have space to store anything. So, lo and behold, got rid of it. I regret, of course. So, here's the card. Right, Studio Cat? Go hide. Go hide, yeah. I thought blocked. That's why. Hold on. Okay, then we'll open the PDF. Okay, PC compatibility card manual for the 7-inch card. Alright, we're going to have to look at installing the card on Power Macintosh 72, 75, or 76. Great stuff. Come on down here. Of course, you're not going to have the software for this tonight because all the cables came in the box. The documentation and the software did not come in the box, but I've got the important stuff. The loopback cable, which is what I need. Okay, which slot does it recommend that I install it in? Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Unplug the auxiliary fan cable from the system board. Oh, well, we don't have an auxiliary fan, so. Well, it recommends that we install it in slot 1. Okay, and it's already open. And connecting the internal PC audio, of course, that's for the Power Mac 7200 only. So don't need to do anything with that. Okay. Alright. So what is it going to have us do? Disconnect the CD audio cable from the sound in connector on the computer's logic board. Okay. Well, I can do that. I can do that. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Not at all. Okay, the card is secured as much as it's going to. Okay. Yep. You will be replacing it with the new cables that came with your PC compatibility card. Well, I'm not gonna pull it through because just in case we ever want to uninstall this card later, I would like to get a Tower Macintosh at some point in time. Okay. Okay. Plug one of the CD cables that came with your PC compatibility card into the sound out connector. Oh yeah, it's gonna make me do something totally goofy here. I need to figure out what. Yeah, make sure. Did you put in a ticket? So one of the other things need to figure out, and I will move this back up, is what sort of yeah, what sort of CD-ROM? Ow! And injure myself with broken pieces of ABS plastic that's floating around on the top here. Oh yeah. Wouldn't that be something? Well, we'll just throw that away. Yep. Alright, I don't have a processor card installed in here yet, but that's okay. Trying to get the finally disconnected. All right, now what? How's it gonna go? How's this gonna install? Connecting the CD-ROM, right? Attach the CD. So we did that already. And I did not route this through the case, or through the thing yet. I'm looking to see which way I do this. No, I didn't want to take the power supply out of here. No idea if I installed that right. Okay. Through the hole. Open this back up. And it's going to go underneath. Plug that in there. And I think that's it. It's all installed. Then you get to bring it into the other room and plug it in and see how everything works, or if it blows up or not. Alright, so here's... I was kind of hoping that we could find a processor card that might have been the dual processor card, but I don't think so, the way that this is set up. But that's okay. Install the all right. Okay. And I think what we'll do for the time being is maybe we'll start this up with the Blue SCSI. Maybe we won't. But take this time to get a snack, get a coffee, whatever you want to do. We're slowly approaching the 10 o'clock mark, but it is together, so wheel this in the other room, and then we'll move the camera and check it out. Or I forgot to connect one thing to the system board here. Make sure I do that and connect the one speaker. All right, now we'll drag this into the other room. See what happens. forgot one cable, but that we need to install. Otherwise, this is not going to work. But it's okay. We've got it. We will install it, and we're just going to go dark for a second. Okay. Of course, this is way off. Got to readjust the legs for the tripod. But we're very close to being finished. This cable screws into the PC compatibility card. And then, of course, watch if this doesn't turn on or gives us some sort of sad face. That'll probably be it for the night, but I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about it, aren't you? And we'll connect this to this. And step one is going to be turn on the monitor, and then we will apply power to the system unit, and then that is so very, very sad. Although I do got a power light, I just don't have a chime. PR? Well, could be dead processor. Well, we'll take this CPU out. I will put this other processor card in there. Although, you know what, though? Could be a memory issue. The last thing I'm going to do, and if I can find it, is I have that Sonnet G3 upgrade card, if I can find it, if I'm lucky enough to find it. I don't know if I will be or not. Probably not. And of course it's kind of aggravating because it's the smallest of the CPU cards. Well, let's make some adjustments. Oh, very sad. Very, very sad. Let me just shuffle some stuff around here. Very, very sad. Okay. Well, Okay. Well. We'll take all the RAM out. We'll put the RAM that came with it back in. See, actually, I'm going to turn it on, see if it makes any difference. Woo! Okay, so the fact that we got the broken glass, that's a plus. So let me see, Control, open Apple. Okay, so all right, we're making progress. So these are the sticks of RAM that came with it. Let me just throw a stick in here. See if it likes it or not. Probably not. Okay. That's pretty good, huh? All right. I think there's an issue with the video memory. So I'm going to take all the VRAM out. Wonder if that might have had anything to do with it. Somewhat better. Whoops. Do apologize. I need to move some stuff out of the way here. That way I can reposition the... All right. With that in mind, I'm going to put the additional VRAM modules back in. And okay. And gonna plug the blue SCSI back in. Who knows, depending on how far we get, we might even place him, you don't know Jack. Right. Okay. Happy Mac. Unimplemented trap. Temporarily turn off extensions. Okay, we'll do that. Probably gonna have to reinstall Mac OS. What a pain. But the wonders of retro on retro or Friday Night Retro. Nope, because it's a new motherboard, and we're going to say about this computer. Whoops. Yeah, 8 meg. All right. Give me the Apple System Profiler. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's why, because 8 megs is not enough. All right, fine. We will shut down completely. Let me take the 8 meg stick out of here. And we'll put one of these in here just to see, is it happy or not? It might not be. Okay. One stick, good. Make sure to remember to turn extensions off. All right. Nope. So never mind. It does not like that RAM at all. Could it be a problem with the RAM? Could it be a problem with the RAM? Yeah, it could be. It could be. Well, let's put that over there, and we'll put this in here. Oh, come on. Okay. No, really, it doesn't like that either. Huh? Well, that sucks. All right. Well, we'll take that out. We'll put. We'll put. Well, we'll put 16 megs in here, just enough to get maybe the system profiler going. Okay. Plug it back in. All right, likes this RAM better, I guess. And since we do have a battery in here, let's go through and we'll change the date and time. And it is certainly not 56, it is 24, 24, 25, 1, 24, 25, and the time is off, 10, 12 p.m., close enough. Set the time zone to Montreal, Canada, because it's the closest city we're close to, and we're going to change that back 10, 12, break, okay. Can I run the system profiler now? Or is it going to give me a load of crap? So, okay. So it does think that it's a Power Mac 7600. And the processor card that I put in it is a 604 at 120 megahertz. Ooh, 16 megs. Oh, yuck. Okay. Well, next test. Shut it down. Let's try it with the next processor card. And certainly not tonight, but perhaps for the next video, next Friday, we will I'll find the G3 processor upgrade for this. And let's go to the system profiler. Same CPU. Okay, alright. Well, then in that case, I guess one of the things we'll do is, I'm very curious about the RAM. Maybe the RAM is too slow for this system board. If that really is the case, that'll be unfortunate, but I guess one of the things I can do is I can pull it off of the upgrade card that we took out of the 7200. Maybe? Anything left on that one? Yep. Took it all off. Okay, not a problem. Bear with me. So this Sonnet Crescendo 7200 G3 upgrade card has 3 DIMM slots on it with 3 different sticks of memory. And I'm just going to try taking one of those out of here and putting it on in this Mac to see if it makes any difference. But it's so weird. Like, I don't understand why it doesn't like it. Okay. Nope. So I guess it just doesn't like this RAM. Yep. Well, what's weird is I had memory in the 7600 that of course maybe that was the problem with it. Like, I did all of this fuss for nothing. But the other one, the battery socket was ripped off of it, so I'd never be able to say the date and time. Yeah, okay. Well, with that in mind, let's look and see what other kind of RAM do we have. We've got some Hynix here. I'm going to put this in here, see if it likes this. Nope, does not like that. Okay. Well, those of you watching out there, you happen to have 501. Okay. Life is hard. Alright, so we're going to put these 64 meg sticks in here. At least we'll have 128. And, yeah. We'll see, boot it up. On the profiler again. Okay. I'm willing to bet money the Sonnet upgrade extension. So let's crashing it. Huh? Maybe not. Maybe it was the lack of memory. All right. Well, I think we have done all we can do for this evening, but do want to get a little bit more fun in here, so we're gonna 128 megabytes of RAM. Great. Let's bring up the Blue Scuzzy CD changer. We'll change to CD2, and of course we'll get our customary episode of You Don't. Well, I forgot to do something first. What we need to do is we need to turn the volume up on this thing. Then we'll launch You Don't Know Jack.
Saturday night. You must be having quite the party to be breaking out You Don't Know Jack the Ride. Nothing like relying on...
But it's not Saturday night. That just must be a glitch in the game, I guess.
How many contestants are there? Nobody else to play with? Well, who needs them? Is this your first time riding with me? Back for more punishment, are you? Oh, just kidding. We all love you here. How many languages do you speak? Okay, that's fine. I need to remind you that your buzzer is the letter B. Have a
That's
great
insulting.
time. I've really enjoyed our time together. Bye now.
No, I'm going to keep playing. I just want to turn the volume up.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. You Don't Know Jack is brought to you by Ye Old Booze Shoppy, slurring your speech since 1777. And now here's your host, the one, the only, Cookie.
Hey, welcome to the game. So, you like the foul language, huh? Well, that's just great. I'll try my best. All right, get ready to ride. And hey, watch your language. Now, select one. This one's called Gossip, the international language. Gossip. You know, in my experience, if there's one thing that loosens lips, it's alcohol. And, it looks like Ye Old Booze Shop left some samples here. What to do? Probably not a good idea for me to toss back a few brewskis during this game, but hey, they're free and I'm thirsty. You don't mind, right? Oh, what the heck. All right, let's get going. If your clique started speaking one of the clique languages, where would be the most appropriate place for you and your friends to hang out and gossip? Rural America? You, my friend, are on fire. The clique languages are African languages, but I don't know how many malls you and your punk-ass friends will find over there to inhabit. All right, coming up. We will bury you with a foreign tongue. Guess the magic number here is 3565. Could be your lucky number. Let's find out. Suppose English language episodes of Kukla, Fran, and Ollie were to be broadcast in Russia. If heard by Russians who didn't speak English, what would the title sound like? Doll blah 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 blah, mother blah 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 blah, vodka blah 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 blah, or dog boy blah 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 blah. No, but now that you mention it, I think I'll have a shot of vodka right about now. Well, bottoms up.
The makers of You Don't Know Jack would like to remind you, beer before liquor, never been sicker.
Here's the one you wanted. Kukla is Russian for doll. And I'm guessing Russian viewers of Kukla, Fran, and Ollie will be thrilled. These are probably the best special effects they've ever seen. Okay, we're calling this one Watch Your Language. Okay, get ready to buzz in and type out your answer on this one. If you had to type the subject of this question, what word would you type? It's all about you. You is the subject of the question. In it, you is doing the action. Jeez, I thought I was the one drinking around here. All right, it's time to choose the value. Are you sitting down? Well, of course you are. You're at a computer. At any rate. Oh, get out of here! It's time for a dis or dat question. And this dis or dat questions category is a picture's worth 1,000 ones and zeros. Okay, I'm going to show you 7 words, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a computer language or a spoken language. For each right answer, you get some cash. You'll lose cash for a wrong answer or any you don't get to. Okay, you got 30 seconds to nail all 7. That's basic computer. Arabic. Sanskrit. Cobalt. Algol. Mandarin. Fortran. Oh yes, you rock. Check it out. Alright, there it is. Let's keep moving. Okay, hit your buzzer and try to snag that. I like to call this category a royal pain in the patoot. You ready? Let's go. In what activity would the Queen's English do her the most good? Doing shots, shooting pool, playing... Is that an H ball in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? English is a term used in pool or billiards to describe the spin a player puts on a ball when his or her highness hits it off center. Speaking of spinning, what's up with the room right now? Okay, oh yeah, now we're talking, and here's what we're talking about. The things that come out of your mouth. So, you want to see the question? Yeah, me too. Here we go. Suppose you want to use an idiom, but instead you end up spouting an ilium. What's come flying out of your mouth? Greek hero. No, you must be thinking of me back in my fraternity days. Dudious. I'm telling you, I could drink anyone under the table back then. God, I ruled that school.
The makers of You Don't Know Jack would like to remind you that drunken storytelling can be embarrassing in the long run.
Here's what you should have picked. The ileum is part of your small intestine, and I'll tell you, spitting it out makes for a really sparkling dinner conversation. So that I says to him, I says, and boom! Here's your category. Do you have Marv Albert in a can? Oh, I can't get the image of that guy hacking a part of his small intestine out of my mind. Anyway, see if you can complete this analogy. Analogy. Yeah, there you go. Marv Albert is to yes, as Fat Albert is to you can take that to the bank. Marv Albert says yes. Fat Albert, no relation, says hey, hey, hey. Hey, bud, could I interest you in some roadkill? Buzz in when you see the item that correctly pairs up the two items on screen. And don't forget, figure out the final bonus question, and I'll give you some extra cash. Are you ready to go a little bit crazy? Me too. Let's do it. Blank radio and parental sex speech equals the blank. What do these two things have in common? Score. Pufferfish equals blank fish, and Sherm's blank pop. Take the bait and small snack. Family affair butler and Blank's mustard. Count of salt for animals and Tootsie Pop test. Lucky Blank vodka and Blank with that. They rock and roll all night and like touch. Alright, let's go for the bonus. What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all Romance languages? What are you doing your get down to crack it up? Your mouth, like drink. So here's to you. That's what your current score looks like. Let's keep going. Alright, okay, give it up for it. Speak slowly. They're not from around here. Yeah, slow it down a little. I'm just, I just need you to slow it down. Imagine a scene from Star Trek in which the crew's universal translator breaks down. Which of these actual languages would allow them to talk to any aliens they meet? Linkos is, it's a language that was created in the 1960s that supposedly allows us to communicate with any being anywhere in the universe. So when they make jokes about toilet paper and Klingons, everyone will get it. Toilet paper, Klingons. Oh, it's so good. It's your buzz. Good God, that's a lot of money. Here's the category. You speak with a forked hand. You know, I consider myself a pretty lucky guy. I mean, I've got this job hosting a game show and stuff, and you know, though, The one thing that didn't work out was when I asked Wheel of Fortune to lend me Vanna White for a show, and they got all like, well, anyway. Say a contestant on a Wheel of Fortune crosses her fingers for good luck. What might viewers familiar with dactylology think she's saying? I wish Vanna success and happiness. I would like an R, please. I think that in dactylology or finger spelling, you make an R by crossing your first two fingers. And if she has her middle fingers extended toward that, well, yeah, we can all guess she won't be returning for tomorrow's show. All right, here's your category. Guitar rock of ages. Yeah, man, all right, rock and roll, woo! Okay, if all the music on classic rock stations had to be, it has to be, it doesn't have any choice in the matter, okay? That's the rule. It has to be sung in, quote, all right, class, translate the following. Hey, hey, mama said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Latin and Greek are known as the classical languages. Rock! Your category is? Dry heaves sound worse than nails on a chalkboard. Yeah, dry heaves. Oh, God. Okay, let's just get through this question. Everything's cool. Which of these slang terms for regurgitation is not a good example of onomatopoeia? Barf, Earl, Ralph, or upchuck? Onomatopoeia is a word that imitates or it sounds like the object or the action or whatever. Oh, I tried to hold it back. Okay, let me tell you something. Upchuck is definitely not the sound that happens when you throw up. When did I eat corn?
The makers of You Don't Know Jack would like to remind you that excessive drinking on the job can only lead to emotional torment and physical pain.
All right, well. Here's your clue. Time for your sentencing. Well, I sure got my sentence. In fact, I'm standing in a puddle of it right now. Anyway, good luck. So close! Just as well no one was around to see it anyway.
This week on the James Brown Celebrity Scrabble Tournament, the Godfather of Soul takes on former child star Rusty O'Dean.
What? It's in a book. HWUNA.
Well, that's it for the episode of You Don't Know Jack. Who knows what we're going to end up doing next for next week's Friday Night Retro, but we've got a lot of options. We can, if we find it, we can do the G3 upgrade card. We can do, try to find more RAM that works in here. We can get the software for the PC compatibility card. So yeah, a lot of things we can do. I want to thank you very much for spending some of your Friday night with me tonight. And if you're not watching live, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching. Thanks for being here. Consider joining the Patreon, being a patron, because I'm all about systems preservation, particularly IBM and now Apple. Software, stuff that you usually can't find, and we will have a special piece of Apple hardware that we're going to show off next week, regardless of what we end up doing with the system here. So, see you then.